I'm Noeleen Ni Cholla, and I'm from Gweedore in County Donegal. And Gweedore, it's similar to Ilan because we're on the coast, and it's really, really beautiful like Ilan.
You're here singing songs, giving workshops. Where did you get your songs from?
I started singing, I've been singing now since I was about 7 or 8, singing unaccompanied. Because I used to sing in little choirs at school, little groups at school, and then I started singing as a soloist, I suppose, 7 or 8. And I've been competing, I suppose, since I was 9. And with the different singing tutors I had, I had 2 different singing tutors as I was growing up. One of them is called John Ni Cholla, and the other one is Noeleen Ni Cholla.wmv, 2 really good teachers. And they gave me a lovely store of songs. And also now, for the past, as I got older, I started learning my own songs. And you just kind of fall in love with different songs and you want to learn them. And then in winter in Gweedore, a group of us would sit singing in our local pub, Chackity Bug, and we'd sing different songs. And I got the songs from, and then my friend Dominic McGillivray, he gave us a few lovely songs as well in our workshops.
How would you characterise Donegal sean-nós compared with perhaps sean-nós from Connemara or Dingle?
Well, the sean-nós in Connemara, their slower songs are always a lot longer. And also they seem to have more ornamentation in the songs than we do, though I like to throw in a lot of ornamentation. I like ornamentation. So when it comes to the Oireachtas, which is the national Irish language competition, the songs from Connemara are always longer, and I think we try and find long songs as well, because the competitions now, they expect you to sing really long songs, so you have to find a good song that's very long and lots of verses. That would be the difference between it. And but no, we have plenty of ornamentation in our songs as well, but there seems to be a lot more in Connemara, in the Connemara style of sean-nós. I found that the singing in the Isle of Lewis is very similar to our style of singing. There's 2 styles in Scotland. They've got the traditional singing and they've got another style of sean-nós, which it's kind of more classical, I think. But the traditional style is closer to our style of singing. And especially Lewis singers, I found singers like Maddie Smith and Christine Primrose, that their style is very close to Donegal's singing as well, and the style of the songs as well.
And you've been associated with bringing artists from Ireland and Scotland together with the Columba project.
And the Columba project, it is to do with bringing the culture and the languages together. But before I started working on that, I was learning Scots Gaelic in Scotland, and I from going to the Pan Celtic, I got to know Alan McCullough, who's the chairperson of the Pan Celtic Festival in Scotland, and he asked me to bring over a group of musicians and singers from Ireland 2 years ago to the Gathering Festival. So I brought over a group there, and then a few people from the group, he asked me them to bring a few people to the Pan Celtic. So I did that. I brought a group from those musicians to the Pan Celtic as well. And so now, since I got the job at Columcille, it's something that we encourage. We encourage people, when people come to us with project ideas, I give them an idea of how to go about it, such as if a group of students from Donegal wanted to take their group of students and musicians to Glasgow, I would say things like, well, you should have a few Gaelic and Gaelic classes and bilingual concert, and make sure that there's somebody there in ensuring that Gaelic and Gaelic is spoken all the time. So I would usually give them a number of a translator, and that's the kind of thing I do.
What's the relative strength of Irish now in the Gaeltacht areas and in Ireland in general?
I think it's doing very well. We are having Seart in the Gaelic now. It's Seart in the Gaelic, as you know, Irish week, Gaelic week, but it's actually a 2-week event, even though it's still called Seart in the Gaelic. It's just that it's got bigger. And it's doing really well. I think Irish is doing very well. In the Gaeltacht area, it's doing great. Like, a lot of people are now speaking Irish, and a lot of people are realising, a lot of young ones are realising that their language is precious and that they should speak it. And we've got one brilliant radio presenter in Donegal called Ronan McEwee, and Ronan has a radio programme every day from Tuesday to Friday on Radio on the Gaeltacht from 3 to 5, and he also has the Cabaret Crackalche, which is a night of music and song and dance in lots of different languages, and in Gaelic, or have maybe a Welsh singers there some night, or different languages, but there's never any English spoken. And a lot of young people are coming back, seeing how important the language is, and coming to his events. And his events have now gone national all around Ireland and have been in Glasgow. So something like this is really, really good for the Gaeltacht, I think. And people come from all over the country to Gweedore when this event is happening once a month. And it's so good for the language, and his radio program as well. So it's always good to have one person who can inspire young people and then even older people. He's got a great audience of like from 8 years of age up. So it's doing really well with the help of Ronan. And also there's a boxer in Ireland called Bernard Dunn who started a campaign to get 100,000 people speaking Irish during Seart in the Gaeilge or saying just a few words, a couple of focal. So that's great. It's good to have figures like that who are, like celebrities coming out and saying, I'm proud of my language. And so the whole country are getting together and even just coming out with a few words that they learned at school. So I think that's really good. So yeah, it's going good, and the Gael Scoils are expanding in the country and everything. So it's good.
In addition to Radio na Gaeltacht, there's also TG Cahir. What sort of impact has that made on the use of Irish?
That's really good because that's good for people who are learning the language. I know that helped me learn Scots Gaelic when I was in Scotland, listening to the radio and watching the Gaelic programmes on television. So it does help people when people are learning, they watch TV. And when people want to raise their children outside of the Gaeltacht, they'll either go online if they don't have TVs in the house, they'll go online to watch TGKH, or else they'll ensure the kids are watching the cartoons in TGKH or programmes, and so they're growing up watching Gaelic TV. So it's excellent for people outside of the Gaeltacht. And I think it's had a very good impact, and it shows people. They do a lot of programmes on rural parts of Ireland, so it shows people in the cities of rural Irish life, and also on actually BBC Alba. A few weeks ago I saw a programme on Manx. It was Manx Gaelic, and it was great to watch it.
Noeleen Ni Cholla, Gurmaigad, Gurmai Mored.
Gur míle maithe go tain, agus tá fáilte rud.